Okay, this will be an interesting one that takes me back down memory lane. Let's see how we go with this one. If we can make this turn up a treat for this silly Konica Minolta device. I'm going to make it photo paper. Actually, I'm thinking oh no, we're going to go with it. I was thinking of doing a negative positive, but I don't think I will. Going to not make it too light, it's really light original. Let's see if we can make it look any good. Let's see what it is. It is a Lurex skirt. So we're interested, if I remember correctly. I'm thinking this is the side we want to demo with. So this is the side we're going to use in this. But basically, Lurex takes me back mainly to the 90s. And when I was living in the 90s, I wasn't a happy person. I was really miserable. I tried to have fun. I tried to make myself happy as much as I could under the circumstance. But basically I fucked up as a result of this sadness that I had. Let's see how this goes. Had opportunities knocking on my door through a man called Luigi, who I love dearly, but I can't find him. I'm lonely without him, and this is what has happened because I didn't take up his offer. He had a lot of things he wanted to do with me that would have been really, really nice. But unfortunately, I never responded to him properly. I never loved him. I never showed him any kind of care. I was really miserable at the time. And I made some stupid mistakes in my life that took my life off course. And I pay for these mistakes as we speak. I had opportunities that through him, not by myself. Because I tried to do a lot of stuff with my own power. And doing it on my own power made it fail. So it never worked out. Now this is not looking too good. So it never worked out the way that I tried to make it. I tried to do it so. I tried so hard to do things on my own power, but every time I did, it seemed everything just fucked up. I'm going to put this on an angle, so everything just fucked up. I could never find my way through my life on my own, even though I tried really hard to, and it just didn't work, folks. And my dad hates me because I failed. So because of this, I've got rifts in my family. So that's one rift I have to deal with. I can't talk to my dad. My dad hates me. He's a bully. He's an asshole. That's what he became, an asshole, because of me, because of my stupid, bad decisions. So I'm not happy with myself, and I'm not happy with the kind of response I got from my father. So he's not a nice person because I fucked up. I'm paying the price for this fuck up. I'm paying the price, folks. This is not a price that's that has a price tag. This is very personal. I'm not happy with what I did, and I'm trying my best to make a difference with what I'm doing here in my videos. So I'm just trying to make I'm trying to make peace with people that I upset, because it's not just my father that I pissed off and made into an asshole. upset a lot of people by underselling myself. You know, not selling, the old saying, selling yourself short. I sold myself short and it's cost me. And I'm trying my best to make my work here somehow get out there, and that the people that I offended through my stupidity will forgive me, and then we can make up and we don't have to fight. Or should I say, I don't have to, how should I put it, avoid people. That's my weapon against the badness that I've put upon myself, is this is a crease. There's a crease in there. But basically, my weapon against being insulted and hurt by other people, like my father, is avoidance. Avoidance is my best weapon. We're going to photocopy both sides of this, I do think. So basically, I'm using against my father and against other people. We're going to photocopy the front. The front looks better. It hasn't got the crease, hasn't got the stitches. So we're just going to photocopy this bit, the front. But basically, I use avoidance as a weapon against people who've become my enemies, like my father. I don't talk to them, I don't ring them up, and I ignore it. If they try to call me, I just don't answer. I know it sounds a bit cowardly, but basically it's the only way I can deal with this shit. It's the only way I can deal with this shit is to just zone out, just to avoid them. Avoid people that might offend, that might pick on me and make me angry about the past. So I have to fucking avoid people that I used to know, people that used to respect me, and no longer it's too late. I've run out of patience for these people, so I have to fucking do something else to whatever. Now this is shit. I've got this little shit bit there, and I've got that crease. I don't like it. Shit. Fuck, I hate that. I don't know where the crease is. So I'm just trying to use both my hands with this. I'm trying to flatten it out. But basically, yeah, I just don't have... the people just don't appreciate me anymore. People used to believe in me and my photocopier art, and now they don't. My dad never believed, so my dad, I had to prove, even back then I had to prove it to my father that my photocopier art is something good. And now we've just got a double dose of disrespect and hatred towards what I do. So I have to fucking find a way of selling this stuff and selling it in a better way. And we keep getting these damn creases. But basically I just can't face my father with this shit. You know, I have to fucking wait till it's gone out there. I'm trying to get this stuff to go to air on television, of all things. I'm trying to get a television campaign happening because it's the only thing my dad will respect me. Because most people consider television the pinnacle of success. And it's getting that way that I have to do that, because nothing's going to break my dad's heart into loving me as a person. He's just going to hate me forever. And if I can make it big somehow, if somehow my work can be proven to be worth something instead of worth less or worth shit, well, that's what I need, is some help. And that's where I'm trying to get the help. I'm using social media at the moment, but it has to go further because my dad hates me, and I don't want to hold a grudge against him either, forever. I don't want to hate my dad forever. He is my dad. I was born from him and my mother. My mum's okay, but my dad is a shitter. I'm just so annoyed at myself, folks. And it's not easy getting on television, folks. I've been trying to do it for years. It's not an easy gig to push. Now this is looking shit house, folks. I still have the creases there. I'm going to have these damn creases. So, wondering what we can do with this enlargement. Gonna make it go back to that again. But yeah, I just have to fucking prove to him that I'm worth something. That I'm not just a negative Nelly that can't do anything. You know? I just hate his attitude. He always pulls the past out of the hat like he wants to insult me and hurt me. And what can I do to defend myself? You know, I can't. I get angry, I get in trouble. You know? Fuck me, Dad. Dad's an idiot. This is shit. But now I just have to fucking find a way out of this problem. You know, I have to fucking find a solution. You know, my dad's an asshole and I want it to stop. I don't want to be treated like shit every time I see him, or treated like in a condescending manner, whatever. He wants me to be successful, but he'd prefer me to be mediocre, meaning normal. He's got an obsession with normality. He wants me to be like an IQ 90 to 110. He wants me to do community activities like volunteering and all that sort of shit, but it's not me. And that looks shithouse. It's not me. I just don't have any passion for volunteering. I want to help make a difference, but I'm not interested in being in the community. I'm not a community person. I don't have any interest in clubs, which is another thing he tells me to do, is join a club. Join Sing Australia, which is what he does. He sings and he can't sing for nuts. He's not even mediocrity in the singing game. He's a fucking failure. And he thinks he can fucking sing, that his stupid sub-mediocre singing is better than what I do. He's a fucking idiot. He thinks he knows everything. He doesn't. He's a fucking turd. A fucking idiot. And I'm trying to work out how big to make this. I'm just jumping all over the place. So I have to fucking go on television to try and fucking fix this problem that I have. I don't want... And it's not just about my dad, as I said. It's about people that I used to know in my local community who actually believed in me, and now they don't, and I really feel hurt that they've rejected me because of my past. Again, my fucking past is always bad-mouthing me. It's always fucking me over. You know, the fucking past. I've got no time for the fucking past. I'm trying to rebuild for the fucking future, folks. I'm trying my best. I'm going to make this into a movement piece. Fuck it. So basically, I'm trying to plan for the fucking future. And I just can't seem to get around it when I'm with my dad. So I avoid my father. He sends me a text, I ignore him. And I know it's not because I want to be rude and unpleasant. It's because it's no use communicating with him. He's not worth talking to. He just talks shit. Shit comes out of his mouth. He's a fucking idiot. I don't want to be bloody bullied. I've been bullied at school, but I got bullied at home as well. So that wasn't good. So that, yeah, I have to fucking try and make a difference using my own initiative. And if I can get myself up on that television screen, that would be really, really wonderful. That'll give me a good chance. Well, I do believe that is the answer to the shit that I've had to deal with my father, is to just make myself a success. And television just comes across as something that can help fix the problem. And this is a really long demo, folks. I'm not doing very well, but I think I found a nice piece of work we can use. We're going to make, I think that's, wondering where the centre of the job's going to be. Going to make it there. But basically I'm trying my best to turn things around, folks, you know. I know I can't tell my dad that I've become I'm more wiser, more worldly, not worldly in the bad sense like it normally means, but worldly as in being interested in stuff, like what's going on in the world, like whatever. So not just being focused on myself like I used to be. And my dad just sees me as a selfish little so-and-so. And I have to fucking break that stereotype that he has in his head about me. I've got to break that stereotype. And, I'm trying my best to do so. I have to break the stereotype. Got to break the chains of the past. I mean, I know I fucked up, but I do deserve another chance, folks. And I don't want my father dying on me without being reconciled. If he says sorry, I'll take back all the anger that I've said, and I'll just say, look, welcome, welcome. You're my dad. I love you. I'm sorry about what I did. I'm actually thinking that's going to be the centre. So I'm really sorry what I did wrong, and and we just have to move on from there. I'm wondering how we're going to do this. But basically, we've got to move on from the past, folks. However bad the past is, however much damage I've done to my relationship with my father and countless other people that used to live in my old communities, I have to fucking find a way to... I'm actually thinking this is the centre, but it's really difficult, it's conflicting. So basically, it's not an easy thing to do, trying to correct past issues, but I'm sure that technology can be harnessed. The power of social media, the power of the free-to-air TV, or even cable TV has power too. So TV is the most powerful medium on earth, from what I can tell. Certainly if you're talking videos. And basically, I'm trying to put my past behind me by having this stuff broadcast and talking. I really want to forgive my father. Dad, I don't want to hate you forever. Don't get me wrong, but I just want to know that you don't think I'm a fucking failure. Because I got my own way of doing things, and I've learned that I have to do them my way, or the highway. But basically, I'm sorry I had fucked up. I'm sorry I fucked up when I was young and I didn't take the opportunities that I had. But basically, I have to fucking put the past behind me, and we can't dwell on the fucking past by picking fights with me deliberately. You can't pick a deliberate fight with me anymore, Dad. You got to fucking grow up. We all got to grow up, folks. I'm wondering if we're going to move this around a bit, or we're just going to leave it. I was thinking that was going to be a better centre of the job. I'm just trying to decide whether I'm just going to swap them around. I'm going to just swap this one around. I want to make this a really good presentation for you, Dad, so you can have a nice presentation. I'm not happy with the first one, so I'm just going to change it around. So I do want to forgive you, Father. I don't want to hate you forever. I don't want to hold grudges against you. But we have to fucking you have to fucking apologise to me. Even if you send me a text saying sorry for what you've done. Sorry that you've dishonoured, you just hated my art, not thinking any good of it. I know I fucking didn't deliver it properly when I was young, but now I'm doing a different thing, and I believe in myself. I'm trying to put on a positive frame of mind in my life. This is the longest demo I've ever done in one shot, so I think now that looks good. But it would be nice if we could put the past behind us and move on to a brighter future. I don't want you to die while I'm angry. I want you to have some years left where you can enjoy my company. So all the best, Dad. If you're watching this, gotta go.